Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a quick look here at Gala, seeing what's going on. Definitely doesn't look great. Price has been pulling back for some time. I know the market's doing poorly, but this is somewhat of an aggressive sell-off. And again, you got to recognize Gala is one of those coins that has that tendency, just based on the amount of market share is, the people with the largest amount of money have the large amount of Gala, if that makes any sense, right? It's people, not people like you and I pushing the price down. We'll just put it that way. So again, just you got to be mindful that treat every trade carefully. Make sure you take profits while you can. If you're considering a short right now, I don't see a problem with that. This is just the outside looking in. We're going to do a deeper dive, help understand best practice, big picture. If you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I do, however, love to teach people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today, of course. If you want to learn more, I've got a trading university in my Crypto Cash group there, as well as signals and an awesome community. We got some really good folks over here in our community. Just having a good time. We all love to laugh and have fun, and it's a lot of good times there. Congrats to our Premium Plus group. We took some nice scalps here from Matic as well as Solana here earlier today. And with our premium group, even better. Take a look at this here. OGN 73%, ICP 40% in 20 hours. That's a pretty good swing trade if you ask me. And then Avalanche 25% in 15 hours as well. So very cool stuff. Be sure to check that out in your own time. Let's jump into Gala and see what's going on here. So Gala's nice. The reason why is because we have tons and tons of liquidation above the price action. And what I mean by that is, that's kind of a target for whales. So with this being a heavy concentration of shorts just above the price action there, that could be the next target. Again, I'm only saying that because that's typically how the price action moves. The price action typically moves towards liquidation levels. In a lot of cases. Now, that's not exactly the case. I'm not saying just to take a long because of that. Again, there's tons of things we got to look at. But just know in the back of your mind, there's tons of people shorting, a lot more people shorting than taking longs right now. And that's a case in point where we got to pay attention. So just say, round number 33 cents, we're going to see 3.3 cents. We're going to see a massive amount of liquidation to the upside, a strong short squeeze. Or if we come down to about 2.8 cents, I've talked about this previously being an important level, that could also be one too. So just kind of remember those 2.8, 3.3, those are important levels to pay attention to. Okay, and I'll just quickly mark that here, in fact, just so we can kind of get perspective. 3.3 is this guy right here, and then 2.8, I think that's what I said, right? Right here. Wait, did I say that? Sorry. Yep, 2.8. Okay, cool. So that's kind of the area that we're going to focus on, or these are just the two areas we want to be mindful of or have heavy liquidation. Coincidentally, heavy liquidation down here just below this support level because we saw the price wick down there 3 times. Okay, same thing here as well. I got this previous resistance right there. Okay, so again, a few reasons why we just want to be mindful and just aware of that. Take a look at the daily. Let's go ahead and work our way down, kind of see what's going on. Last we looked at this, we were ascending nicely above the trend lines, which we are. We're still maintaining above the 20-day SMA. So even though we see this massive red day here today for Gala, it doesn't mean the sky is falling and we haven't broken this long-term trend line. That's important to recognize because once we do, we got to start thinking things differently. But for the moment, we're still in good shape. Okay. That said, we can see stochastic RSI swinging down roughly the second time. We got kind of a second divergence there. RSI is plummeting towards 50. 50 is a standard support level, so we got to be mindful of that. And then money flow index is still high. Okay, so with money flow index being high and the RSI coming down, it tells us we could get a bounce here soon. We also have a MACD divergence here on the daily. This is somewhat of a stronger signal here we want to pay attention to, noting that the oscillators are telling us the price is going to come down, or it is coming down, whereas the trend lines haven't confirmed that yet. It's basically an indecisive moment or kind of a transitionary time frame where we got to be more mindful that the price could continue to run to the downside. Is it a call to arms to short your shirt off? No, it just means that we have a potential shift in momentum and we could be successful taking a short, equally as successful as a potential long at this point. Again, we don't just use the daily time frame, we use multiple time frames, but if you were to kind of use one time frame to rule them all, the daily would be telling us right now that we kind of have this 50-50 shot. You can flip a coin and be just as successful. Take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Let's minimize that coin flip here and kind of see if there's anything else. We got a MACD divergence as well. Okay, we're confirming MACD divergences on 2 time frames. That gives us more weight. Same thing here with stochastic swinging down. We are getting overextended to the downside, likely bounce, but still pushing further. We're under 50 on the RSI. That's bearish. Money flow index coming down. Those are not great signs. Okay. So if we take a look at TD sequential, we can see we're at about 6. We've been moving for 24 hours in the same direction. Hypothetically, we've got another 12 to 24 hours of continuation of the downside before the price recovers. Now, in its history, Gala does have a tendency of switching gears right around 6s or 7s, which we're seeing here pretty consistent. So hypothetically, we could hit our bottom here at 0.786 at that 2.98 range and roughly get a bounce. That would be fantastic. We are underneath the 20 and the 50-day SMA, not a great sign, running concurrent with the 100-day SMA, which is positive. That's running concurrent with the ascending trend line. As you can kind of see, these trend lines have a tendency of working until they don't, okay? So this one, we got to give it a chance to be able to work. If we drop below it, then we kind of maybe can shift our mindset to more bearish. At this point, we're not quite there yet, but we're trending towards it, okay? Again, more bearish qualities on the 4-hour time frame than the daily, okay? Hourly, let's go ahead and confirm here that we are below the cloud. Probably a strong consideration for that. Just to clarify too, we have just filled this lower liquidity gap here as well, or liquidity level. There is no fair value gap, well, a little one, but that's not that big of a deal. Truth is, we should get a bounce soon, just having swept that lower level of liquidity. Because again, with liquidity, when the price action comes all the way down here to fill this gap, it'll oftentimes just recover as if it never happened, okay? So I would not be surprised if the price turns itself around and the whales continue to play their games and come up here to try to reattempt that wash to the upper level. We are still establishing higher lows if you take a look at the larger picture and tentative higher highs. So by no means is this a phenomenal channel or a trend line, but it is something to recognize. It's actually disadvantageous though if this is a channel, just keep in mind, because if that is, typically it breaks to the downside when it comes from the upside, okay? So again, still kind of a bearish sign. Look at the Ichimoku cloud. Confirmation here below the cloud. So we got 3 out of 3 indications to leave your short position open. Okay, because again, we confirmed below the cloud, we broke below, we closed soundly below that level. So that 3.06 level is a strong resistance, pushing the price action down, lagging spreads free and clear, conversion lines below the baseline. All reasons to consider a short position or to leave your short position open. Would I take a short right now? Not yet, no. I personally wouldn't, but again, there's a lot of reasons for that. It has a lot to do with Bitcoin dominance and a few other factors that I cover in my Bitcoin analysis, so be sure to watch that if you're not familiar. But what I'm getting at here is that we've confirmed bearish in the hourly. 4-hour time frame is mostly bearish. The daily is transitioning towards that. What do you think that means? That means we're probably transitioning towards being more successful with a short position than a long position at this point. Would I take a short right now? Again, not quite. I feel like we could still see this bounce off of 2.98. And the reason why I feel that, again, is because our long-term trend lines are still in place. We do not want to short into long-term trend lines. Again, really just depends on what kind of short you're positioning yourself with. If you're using high leverage and you're using really tight profit margins, different story altogether. But do I recommend high leverage? No, I don't. All these trades I shared with you here earlier, these are successful trades taken off of a 5, 6, 7, max 10x leverage trades, okay? So this ADA trade, I think that was 6x leverage. This ICP was 5x leverage, 151%, 74%. The trading time frame varies, month and a half or 2 days, right? Just depends on who you are as a trader and how long you can hold. I personally don't mind holding on until I get some profits, even if it's a couple months. But again, swing trading is a different story altogether. If you're looking for day trades, got you covered too with a Premium Plus group. So a little bit of everything there. Either way, jump over to our Discord, get to know the community. Let's maybe start with that and see how it goes for you. And then if you want to join up, fine, great. Love to have you along. If not, love to work with you either way. And do greatly appreciate helping people become better traders. Last thing too, to help you become a better trader is your exchange. If you're trading with a poor exchange, it's not really a good experience. We have a phenomenal partnership here with Bitunix, extremely good exchange, 5,500 in bonus rewards if you use my link to register. If you use my link, of course, you also get options here as well for your first trade within the first 2 days, basically up until December 17th. You have a trading safeguard of $100 for your first trade. So you're essentially saved for that. More information is available on Bitunix, but I just highly recommend that they're super comfortable, easy to use. I like them a lot. So thanks again, Bitunix, for a great opportunity. All right, folks. Well, that's all we got here for you. Comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are here on Gala. What do you think is going to happen next? Share with you my thoughts. What are you thinking? We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video either way. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.